my 4-day video series called The Journey Reignite, Reinvent, and Rise. And today I want to talk about something that people have been saying a lot. Like, you are surrounded by the 5 people that you surround yourself with. That's true. And when I started my business, started going online, joining communities, joining groups, I wasn't very discerning. Like, this is something that I want you, if you're starting to go into those online communities and online groups, and this is my like rant slash message for today, is you have to be discerning about the groups that you join. So I have a few examples. So when I was doing Bitcoin trading at the height of Bitcoin trading, when Bitcoin was like selling at almost $20,000, right? I didn't really okay. So there were scams going on there. There were people starting ICOs and they were selling ICOs, promising what 20x, 50x, 100x return, and a lot of people got taken at that time. Um, the people who were marketing, and I know probably if you've seen the meme for BitConnect, that's one of the most memorable memes about that time. Yeah, they were. Um, so there were lots of scams going on. People promising 50x, 100x of their money, and what happened after a few weeks, a few months, it fizzled, and they couldn't get back whatever money they put in. So going online, there's a lot of things that you will see. A lot of people definitely who are there just to sell you a quick buck, just to make money off of you. So you have to be very discerning about those groups that you join. And it's not just online; it's also offline events. So this happened before the pandemic, and yeah, years before when I was it was in September 2018. I remember very well because of what happened that time. So at that time, when I was trying to promote my business, I was going to all these networking events here in Singapore. So you would go to a meetup.com and look for events, and you'd look for business networking events, right? So usually that's how we start. We start going to these events and networking. And yeah, this was like really, really strange for me because I was at this networking event. I had just finished a presentation. So I presented about Facebook marketing to this group of people. There were about 50 people in that group. So out of those 50 people, so after the presentation, people are going to be asking you questions. And then after the whole you have like a networking session where you go around the room. It's like speed dating. You exchange business cards. You tell them what you do, and then you exchange names. It's all a blur, right? Because it's like speed dating. You have to talk as fast as possible and give your information in your business card as fast as possible. So after that networking event, so there were people who were asking me about Facebook marketing, and then there was this one guy. I thought he was he was in. I'm not gonna say where he's from. He's not from Singapore. He was in Singapore for business, and he attended that event. And yeah, so being the newbie that I was, I thought he was genuinely interested in talking about business. So we went to a nearby coffee shop. Was it a coffee shop of some sort? And yeah, so and it was weird. I thought we were talking about business, and then suddenly, out of left field, he said, "You want to go back to my hotel room?" Like, it's true. Like, that is like the weirdest thing that can happen to you, probably, especially if you're a female. Um, yeah, so just be very careful as well when you're attending those in person networking events. So yeah, so basically today's topic is about finding yourself, your community online who resonate with you, and just be very careful about the groups that you are joining online, and also when you are out there in person doing networking. I think more so for, I think it can happen too. Like you can get scammed too in networking events. So just be very careful about that. If it's something that is too good to be true, it probably is. So that happened with cryptocurrency ICOs. The other thing that I wanted to talk today is the myth of passive income. So if you are attracted to start an online business because you want to have passive income, and I know there's been some debunking about the myth of passive income for a while, but if you're new to the space, you could still be in that level where you're attracted by passive income. And the idea of passive income is it's so attractive because you don't have to work, you work very little and you get money in your sleep. Um, yeah, so that's the first thing that people think about when they think about passive income. But the thing with passive income that I realized, because I was also attracted to that, like I'm only human, right? Like, of course I want to work as little as possible and make money, right? Who doesn't want that? But the thing that I realized with passive income is you have to put in the work initially. So there's a lot of elbow greasing at the beginning that people don't, or people who are promoting passive income don't really emphasize enough, I think. There's work that you need to do in order to create those assets that are going to generate for you passive income. So if you're in online business, those assets would be like digital products, courses, books. So you have to put in the work to create those assets, and you have to put in the systems that are going to sell those assets for you and automate that process. So there's a lot of work that you have to go through. And which leads me to the other thing, the myth of overnight success in online business. So the myth is that once you start doing an online business, you're going to be a success in as little as a few months, hopefully, right? But online business is the same thing as starting a brick and mortar business. There are things that you need to do in order to get success. So marketing is one of them. You need to get clients in your pipeline. You get leads in your pipeline. You have to have your pricing, your services set up. So how is that going to look like for you? How much are you going to charge for your services? What are like what are the products that you are going to sell? So yeah, these things take time, especially if you're, because this series is really about moving from a corporate environment into starting your own business. So there's a mentality or a mindset shift that you need to do when you are coming from that corporate world and becoming an entrepreneur and doing your own thing. So there is a mindset set shift that needs to happen, and that process will take time. So definitely, the myth of it's overnight success is a myth. Even if you take a look at the, like the big people in online business, if you take a look at their backstory, you will see that they struggled for years before finally making it. And even though they say that if you follow their process, you're gonna get there, it will be an overnight success thing for you. It's definitely not, because each person's journey is different. You have to go through that mindset shift, whatever or however long that takes. So yeah, that's it for today. So if you're joining groups, joining communities, attending networking events, be discerning. Ask your friends like what are the groups that they are joining. How do they find the people in there, or how do they find the leader in there? Is the person authentic? What give a do a background check, right? Because you'll be spending a lot of time in these communities. You're going to be influenced by these people. So yeah, that's it for today. And like I mentioned yesterday, I just opened up this new community. It's Reignite, Reinvent, and Rise. When you you search for it in Facebook, it's corporate 9 to 5ers breaking out and shifting to more freedom, purpose, and impact. So this community is not like other Facebook groups who focus on just one thing. Like one group could be focusing on drop shipping, the other one could be focusing on affiliate marketing, or FBA, or all the other terms that you find online. So this is about starting a business or something of your own that is based on your passion. Yeah, so we're gonna dig deep into what you really want to do, and of course the 4 element formula that I talked about yesterday. Um, those those are the 4 things that you need in place for your new business. So it's a community. I'm gonna post the link in the comments, and if you know anyone who would benefit from this group, please invite them, and I'll see you on the inside.